Into the Missoula Prep Sports Network live stream of local sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen.
This presentation of Missoula Sports is proudly powered by Fuel Fitness, the only gym from Montana for Montana.
Check it out.
MPSN is your leader in Missoula's prep sports.
Woo!
We now take you to the action on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Everybody hustles out there, okay, guys? Nobody quits.
Welcome to Missoula, Montana. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we head to the second semifinal and last game of the day. 2 games on the docket today, and it is the Montana team versus Idaho, with Idaho being the designated home team. We'll go ahead and start with our lineup, starting with Montana. Leading off is the center fielder, number 19, Brooks Zimmer. The shortstop, number 4, Jaden Kay, will bat second. Batting third is Jarrett Linewan, the right fielder. The first baseman, number 20, Dawson Smith, will bat fourth. Batting fifth is a designated hitter, number 17, Sam Evenson. Nick Nordstog will be the catcher, number 12, batting sixth. Batting seventh is number 24, Carson Klumpian, the second baseman. Number 6, Connor Hunter will hang out in left field. Batting eighth, and the round out on the order is number 13, Connor Polkowski, holding down third. It will be Atticus Bryan on the bump for Billings to start the game. For Idaho, it's number 1, Braxton Mills, the left fielder, to start things off. John Milner, number 5, the shortstop, batting second. Batting third is number 17, Carson Smith. He's the second baseman. Riley Harrison, number 9, will be in right field. He's batting fourth. Batting fifth is number 22, Matthew Reynolds, the first baseman. The designated hitter, Cale Lefevre, number 2, batting sixth. Batting seventh is number 4, Isaiah Vega. He is the third baseman. The catcher will bat eighth. That's number 25, Charlie Tettinger. And Jake Jablonski, number 3, in center field, will round things out. Idaho managed by Eric Smitschker and Brian Benjamin. For Montana, Cody Decker will be on the bump, number 47 for Idaho as he warms up. Montana will bat first. So that's your starting lineups for today's matchup. Game number 13 on the tournament. We'll have scenarios to work through as we go through the game, as our first game today would find Washington beating Wyoming 10-4. So Washington moves on now, barring any type of loss by Idaho. Mathematical equations will take effect. If Idaho wins right out, they will be in the championship game because they have not lost yet. So we'll go ahead and take a look at our umpires. Behind the plate is Brian Larson. Randy Sutton is at first base. Leo Kirel, the UIC umpire-in-chief, is at second. At third base is Max Cannon. So those are your umpires on today's game. We're just moments away from the national anthem, where we'll step aside and come back and have first pitch. So with the call to the national anthem, we'll step aside for 2 minutes. When we come back, we'll have first pitch between Idaho and Montana. Mike's Print and Copy is your locally owned print shop. Whether it's custom letterhead or business cards, Mike and his friendly staff understand that your business is important to you and will make sure that your project is handled in a professional and timely manner. Drop into Mike's Print and Copy to have them take care of your printing needs. Stop by 1503 South Russell or give them a call today at 406-728-3363 to have Mike's Print and Copy take care of your printing needs. Mike's Print and Copy is a proud sponsor of high school sports in Missoula and the surrounding community.
Locally owned Paradise Falls is a place for friends and family to enjoy good food and good times. With a diverse menu and a fun atmosphere that includes nearly 30 TVs showing every sport imaginable, Paradise Falls is sure to have something for everyone.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is Missoula's one-stop shop for all your hockey and lacrosse needs.
Check this out.
It may be warm outside, but you can still take care of your hockey fix in their 1/3 sized indoor rink.
Really? Wow, crazy.
Stop in to 1010 North Avenue West and see what they have in store for your hockey needs. Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Locally owned Paradise Falls is a place for friends and family to enjoy breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. With a diverse menu and a fun atmosphere that includes nearly 30 TVs showing every sport imaginable, Paradise Falls is sure to have something for everyone.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep. Mike's Print and Copy is your locally owned. Sorry about that. Itchy fingers as we move on. Ceremonial first pitch has been thrown out. 32-year veteran throwing out first pitch in today's game. So the boys are on the field, set to go. We're just about ready to go. Montana and Idaho. Here's the exciting thing about this matchup is the Little League version of the Northwest Regional Tournament going on right now. Well, Montana and Idaho would play each other earlier today. Some of these boys from Billings, their little brothers were part of that program. Idaho, they were represented by a team out of Coeur d'Alene. But the Billings boys, I know for sure, had some brothers that were heading over because last week for the AA tournament, there were parents leaving to get their younger ones ready to go for that trip for the state tournament, for the Northwest Little League tournament. So that's very exciting. Now, Idaho won that one, if you didn't already see that. So we'll see if that shapes up the same way here in this Northwest Regional Tournament. Now, if Idaho wins, they'll straight out go to the championship game, and then mathematical equations will have to be played out to figure out who they will play. There's a possibility that we would have a semifinal game at 1:30 tomorrow and the actual championship game at 4. So buckle in, get ready to go. I hope you've got your popcorn and a cold drink, as we're going to have a good one here tonight between Montana and Idaho. Cody Decker warming up on the bump for Idaho. In the earlier game, Washington picking up runs consistently throughout the game to get themselves that 10-run win over 10-4 win over Wyoming. So Wyoming and Washington in the wings, waiting to see what the outcome of this game will be, and then our tournament directors and managers will ferociously do math to figure out who is going to be playing tomorrow. Down to 4. We'll see how many we'll be at the end of the day and what the math will tell us. As Decker continues to warm up, I'm familiar with this Billings squad as the host team, Missoula Mavericks. I do video stream of their games, and they play this Billings Royals team on a regular basis throughout the year, so kind of familiar with these boys, and it's fun to see them. Plus, doing high school sports, basketball and football, well, I've got to know them a little bit that way as well. So Brooks Zimmer will step to the plate, and the first pitch by Cody Decker is in the windup. Zimmer settles in. First pitch is at 4:11. 7:11, I apologize. The other game was at 4 o'clock. And the first pitch will be ball 1 at a game time temp of 96 degrees. So Brooks Zimmer, 1-0 on the count. Here's Cody Decker's pitch, and Zimmer's going to send this one into center field. It's back. Center fielder is back there, and he can't put it in the glove. Zimmer's around first, on his way to second. The throw is made, and Brooks Zimmer will stand up at second to start things off for Montana. So we go to Jaden Kay, the shortstop. Kay settles in, right-handed batter. And Montana will get a runner on out of the gate. Here's the pitch to Kay, and Kay will let it go by for ball one. We've got Brian Larson behind the plate for tonight's game. Depending on how things go, I'm pretty sure we will run a 6-man crew tomorrow for our games, as this pitch rides over the plate for strike one. So 1-1 on the count to Jaden Kay with Jarrett Linewand in the on-deck circle with no outs and a runner at second. Zimmer out at second. Here's the pitch and a check swing, and we'll say ball three. Three-one on the count. Kay settles in for the double-A, and Brian Larson says 2-1 on the count. I thought 3-1 was a little bit ahead, but sometimes you can't always go with what the scoreboard says. Here's the pitch, and we will have strike two. So 2-2 on the count now. But Jaden Kay, last week at the Double-A Legion State Tournament, won the batter award. Here's the Decker pitch, and that will go off the knee. Zimmer's going to go ahead and make his way, and that's a walk. So with no outs, Montana will have runners on the corners. We go to Jarrett Linewand. Oh no, they made Linewand or Kay come back down the line. So we stay at 3-2. And this one's blasted into the gap in left field. Zimmer will come home from first. Kay's around the corner at first and stands up at second. And Montana takes a 1-0 lead to start things off here in the first. So we go to Jarrett Linewand, the right fielder. Line one jumps into the box, right-handed batter. Kay stands at second. Cody Decker with the pitch. And the first pitch will be upstairs for ball one. Dawson Smith in the on-deck circle for Montana, with a runner at second and no outs. Here's the pitch, and we'll get outside on the right-handed batter to even us up at, makes it 2-0. I guess I didn't see the hand come up for Leo, or Brian Larson. Leo is at second. Who's on first, what's on second, as the story goes. Here's the 2-0. And that one's going to tag Linewand. He just stands there and lets the pitch come in. And that will put runners at first and second now for Montana. As we go to Dawson Smith. Smith settles in with no outs and runners at first and second. Smith is the first baseman for Montana. One run put up on the board so far. And the pitch will come in over the plate for strike one. Brian Benjamin, manager for Billings, down the third base line. Smith now ready for the pitch from Decker. And it's outside on the right-handed batter to even us out at one. Sam Evenson in the on-deck circle for Montana. Runners at first and second, step away. Smith settles in the box. And here's the 1-1 by Decker. And low pitch gives us ball 2. Montana getting to work right away. And Smith is going to roll this one. Third baseman can't get to it. Kay is going to come around the corner as the left fielder picks it up. The throw is made home. And the slide in will give Montana their second run of the game off the line drive into left field. And here comes the manager for Idaho to check in with Decker, as Montana has come out and earned runs. Runners at first and second with no outs and 2 runs earned. This can get dangerous very quickly. Montana, once they start swinging the bat, they are able to put the runs up. Sam Evenson awaits in. Brian Larson breaks up the conference. Manager for Idaho will jog back to the dugout. So Sam Evenson's ready to go with no outs. Runners at first and second. Winner of the tournament goes to Shelby next week for the Summer Classic for Legion Baseball. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and this one's going to get by the first baseman. They're going to go ahead and bring the run around. No, pulled him up at third. And with no outs, Montana's going to go ahead and just stack the bases after earning 2 runs. So we go to the catcher, number 12, Nick Nordstock. Montana not trying to get too fired up here. You got to watch your emotions because baseball is all about how the ball bounces. And Idaho knows how to get it to bounce their direction. First pitch to Nordstock will be a ball. Carson Klumpian in the on-deck circle. Atticus Bryan will pitch for the Royals, as this pitch slides over the outside of the plate for strike 1. Even count at 1 for Nordstock. He's the catcher. Yesterday, when Montana played Hawaii, Nordstock struggled at the first behind the plate, but settled in, as this one will catch the plate for strike 2. So Decker takes the lead on the count at 1-2. No outs and loaded bases for Montana. Here's the pitch. And we'll be even at 2. Carson Klumpian awaiting his turn with no outs. Runners on the bases, step away. Decker with the pitch. And we'll be at a full count at 3-2. Nordstock showing some patience here to start out. Not wanting to get greedy. So at a full count, the payoff pitch on its way. And we'll have a walk. That's going to bring home a runner from third, and Montana will go up 3-0. Top of 1. So we go to the 7-spot batter, number 24, Carson Klumpian, who will be holding down second base for today's game. Klumpian settles in. Loaded bases and the pitch. He's going to hit this one. The second baseman's going to put it right into the glove. And that's out number 1. That one was on a string off the bat. And we go to Connor Hunter after the first out of the inning. And Idaho putting number 21, Ben Semner. This one's going to hop in front of the center fielder. The throw home is made, but it will not be in time, and Dawson Smith will cross the plate at home, and it's 4-0 Montana. So that takes us to the bottom of the order here in the top of the first inning. To Connor Polkowski. 1 down, 3 on the bases. And Ben Semyer in the bullpen down the third base line. And the first pitch to Polkowski will be strike 1. Decker with the 0-1. And we're outside to even us out at 1. The leadoff man stands in the on-deck circle with 1 out here in the opening inning. Here's the Decker pitch. Swung on, and this one is over the glove of the third baseman. He's going to let it roll. It'll pick up at the fringe, and no throw as Sam Evenson comes home. And Montana will add a run to make it 5-0. And they're going to put that one up as a hit. Bases stay loaded with 1 out. As we swing to the top of the order to Brooks Zimmer. And the pitch is outside on Zimmer for ball 1. So in the top of the first inning, we've swung through the entire Billings Royal order. They lead 5-0. Here's the Decker pitch, and Zimmer's going to pop this one into center field. This one should be in the glove of the center fielder as he's back at the warning track. He does put it in the glove. Runners at second and third will advance, and the sac fly will result in a run for Montana with 2 down now. And we go to Jaden Kay. 2 outs, runners at first and third. Kay taking a moment before he steps in the box. Brian Larson. Looking on, not quite sure what we have going on, why we're waiting here. And now we're set to go. Runners on the corners with 2 outs for Montana. The pitch into the dirt. Runner from first will advance to second. And with 2 outs, Montana will have runners at second and third. Decker now with the pitch. And the first pitch to Jaden Kay will be over the plate for strike 1. Jaden Kay. One for one with an RBI and a run. And it's even on the count at 1. The bullpen with a wild pitch, so they hold up. And now we settle back in. 6 runs, 6 hits for Montana. Runners at second and third with 2 outs. Here's Decker with the pitch, and that one's over the plate for strike 2. So Jaden Kay already been at the plate. We are second time through in the first inning for Montana. Here's the pitch. Swung on. This one's popped up down the first base line. First baseman's looking for it. It's in the glove, and that is the side. So Montana, 6 runs earned, 2 left on, and we go to the bottom of the first where Idaho will go to work. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Have you checked out the Garden of Reading video of the week at mpsn406.com? Do you have a sweet video of your sports athlete? Did you experience a sports-altering moment or something at a sporting event that wowed the crowd? Go to our homepage at www.mpsn406.com and click on the Contact Us tab at the bottom of the homepage and email us the video. Yours just might go viral. mpsn.com, Missoula's home for Missoula's prep sports heroes.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we're in the bottom of the first. Montana leading Idaho 6-0. Atticus Bryan on the bump, and it will be Braxton Mills to start things off for Idaho. Idaho, the only undefeated team in the tournament. A loss by them, and the pencils will need to be sharpened as the mathematical equations they'll start to put them together. Atticus Bryan warming up on the bump. And Braxton Mills intently walking to the plate. He wants to get this one going. Brian Larson, our plate umpire, will clean the dish off. And Nick Nordstog heads back behind the plate. Bryant, ready for the first pitch of the inning. It's going to be swung on. It'll roll. Third baseman can't get to it, and it's into left field. And just like that, Idaho finds themselves with a runner on to lead off. As I said in the last inning, it's all about how the ball bounces. We go to John Milner, the shortstop now, number 5. Atticus Bryan with the pitch. And this one's going to go into the right field on the hop. And Idaho will put runners at first and second with no outs. And here comes Idaho. 2 pitches, 2 runners on. And we've got Carson Smith at the plate for Idaho. Left-handed batter. And the pitch. Ball 1. 1-0 on the count. Bryan with the pitch. And we go to ball 2. Carson Smith with Riley Harrison in the on-deck circle for Idaho. No outs, runners at first and second. Only the 4th pitch of the game for Idaho. And we'll get strike 1 now to the second baseman. 2-1 on the count. Bottom of 1. 6 runs earned by Montana already. Idaho looking to match. This one is over the head of the second baseman. They're going to go ahead and bring the runner around from second. He's around the corner at third as the throw is made. And Idaho will find themselves on the board with a run off the chopper into center field. Mills coming home. Now we go to Riley Harrison, the right fielder, with no outs and runners at first and second. This is what Montana did in the first inning. Here's the Bryan pitch, and we're outside for ball one. Bryan has been an accomplished pitcher this year for Montana. He would pitch on Thursday night against Yakima. Here's the pitch, and we're outside for ball two to the right fielder. But Atticus Bryan would pitch the final 2 innings of that matchup, the loss with Yakima, and he would not have any hits, runs, walks, or strikeouts. This one's down the first base line. Here's the throw to second, and they're not able to get the runner at second. That loads the bases up. Not quite sure why Dawson Smith didn't go back to the bag, as he did have the lead, but either way, Idaho will put a runner on.
First baseman number 22, Matthew Reynolds.
And that takes us to Matthew Reynolds, the first baseman. No outs, loaded bases for Idaho. Matthew Reynolds now waiting for the pitch from Atticus Bryan. And that one will slide by for strike one. Matthew Reynolds, the first baseman, designated hitter. Cale Lefevre in the on-deck circle. But the only appearance that Bryan has had in the tournament is those 2 innings that he pitched against Yakima in the loss. Here's the pitch, and that's outside for ball one. And when it gets to this time of the tournament, folks, it really comes down to what you have in your pitching staff. In order to really make it deep in any type of tournament, whether it's a state tournament, Northwest, or you happen to make it to the World Series for Legion Baseball, as the pitch is on its way, and this one will slide over the plate for strike two. You got to have a deep pitching staff to get you there. To get out of a state tournament, to get out of a Northwest tournament, to win a Legion World Series, it usually takes 4 or 5 guys. Here's the pitch, and this one's going to roll off the leg of Bryan. Picked up, second baseman bobbles it, and the runner will score for Idaho, and it's now 6-2. And Brian Benjamin will come out and check in with his pitcher with loaded bases and 1 run earned. And Brian Larson will join the conversation out there. That one looked like it was going to be a quick out, but it's all about how the ball bounces here with Legion Baseball. With baseball in general. And they're going to give Bryan a few pitches here. So Atticus Bryan will throw a few extra pitches before he faces Cole Lefevre. So Cale Lefevre comes to the plate with no outs and loaded bases. He's the designated hitter. Smith at third, Harrison at second, and Reynolds at first. Here's the first pitch, and we'll have ball one. So Bryan trying to find the zone. We've seen Idaho work their bullpen in the first inning. Nobody out in Montana's yet. This one's going to be popped backwards as we get strike one. But that gap in the runs, if it gets a little tighter, it's now 6-2 Montana. I'm sure we'll see something from Benjamin in the bullpen. So Atticus Bryan with the pitch. And this one's going to be into left field. Left fielder will come up. It's in the glove. The runner at third is going to come home. The throw is made, but it will not be in time. And Idaho has cut the lead in half with 1 out on the sac fly. So with 1 out on the board, we go to the 7-hole batter, number 4, Isaiah Vega, the third baseman. Runners at first and second with 1 out. Both teams earning 9 runs combined. Here in the first, and the first pitch to the third baseman will be swung on for strike 1. Bryan now checks the runner at second, and the pitch. Swung on. This one's going to roll out. Shortstop gets to it, and Kay lets it roll underneath his glove. And Idaho loads the bases up. Looking to see if they're going to put that up as an error. Nope, they give it a hit to Idaho. So we go to the 8-spot batter, number 25, Charlie Tittinger, the catcher, with 1 out and loaded bases. Bryan with the stretch. And the first pitch will be outside on the left-handed batter for ball 1. Another warm day here in Missoula, Montana. We had some smoky haze from the fires in the surrounding states. High of 96 as Bryan finds the edge of the plate on the outside. For strike 1. Bottom of the order in the on-deck circle for Idaho with 1 out and loaded bases. The pitch. And we'll have ball 2. Bryan stares down Nordstad, gets the pitch, and it's on its way. And we'll have ball 3. Both teams finding offense right away out of the gate. The pitch. Swung on. This one's down the line, and Dawson Smith gets a glove on it, but he can't get it to it. Runner from third is home, and they'll hold up the runner at second. The wild pitch will go into the dugout down the third base line, and the runner will come home, and Idaho will earn 2 runs, 1 off the error by Montana, and it's now 6-5, and they bring another one home. To make it 6-all. And Benjamin on his way out once again. Cannot imagine being in that huddle right now. Idaho with a runner at third with 1 out, and it's tied up. Takes us to the bottom of the order to Jake Jablonski. With 1 out. Here's the Bryan pitch as there's a young man warming up in the first base dugout. We'll have ball 1. Haven't seen a number. It looks like it's a single digit. I want to say it's number 2. It's either 2 or 7. We'll wait for him to turn around. Here's the pitch, and it's going to slide over the plate to go even at 1 on the strike call. Blake Jablonski, the center fielder, bottom of the order with 1 out for Idaho. Tied at 6 in the bottom of the first inning. Here's the pitch, and that one's across the ankles for ball 2. Leadoff man in the on-deck circle here in the top bottom of the first. Here's the pitch. And we'll get ball 3. So Brian falling behind for Montana, and that is a 7. That's Cole Miller on that jersey down the first baseline bullpen. Both managers needing to go to the bullpen here in the first inning. 6 runs for each team off of 6 hits. And we'll find the plate to get a full count at 3-2. 1 out on the board. Brian with the stretch. And this one will be rolled out into left field. Runner from third will come home. And Idaho takes the lead 7-6 with 1 out.
Number 1, Braxton Mills.
We swing to the top of the order with a runner at first and 1 out to Braxton Mills. Idaho taking the lead here in the bottom of the first inning, 7-6. Throw to first as Billings warms up a pitcher in the pen. Idaho with the pitcher in the bullpen, waiting on the bench. Imagine we'll see the change at the top of the second. Here's the pitch. And we'll have ball 1. For Mills, his first at-bat to start the game. 1 for 1 with a run. And the throw to first. The runner knew it was coming, so he got back quickly. Here's the pitch. Swung on. This one's going to be popped up foul, out of play down the first base line. And we'll be even at 1. John Milner in the on-deck circle with 1 out and 1 on. Here's the 1-1 by Bryant. Swung on, fouled off again. Same line down the first base line. Gets a strike 2. Here's the pitch. Swung on. This one's going to bounce out. Picked up by the second baseman. The throw to second. They'll get the leadoff runner on the fielder's choice, and that'll be out number 2. And Peanut Gallery with some comments. We go to John Milner now with 2 outs. Runner at first. Milner will 1 for 1, and this pitch will come over the plate for strike 1. Cole Miller working in the first base dugout for Montana. The pitch. This one's into center field, and Brooks Zimmer didn't even have to move, and that's the side. So 7 runs earned off of 7 hits. A total of 13 runs in the first inning between the two teams. Top of the second coming up right after this. on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is Missoula's one-stop shop for all your hockey and lacrosse needs.
Check this out.
It may be warm outside, but you can still take care of your hockey fix in their 1/3 sized indoor rink.
Really? Wow, crazy.
Stop in to 1010 North Avenue West and see what they have in store for your hockey needs. The Missoula Sports Network.
Welcome back to Missoula, Montana. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we're in the top of the second inning. Idaho leading Montana 7-6. That's right, folks. Top of the second inning. 13 runs combined between the two teams in the first inning. 3-4-5 on the schedule for Montana on the inning with Jarrett Linewan, the right fielder, in the box to lead off. Cody Decker brought back out here in the second. And Linewan's going to pop this one up. Catcher says he's got it. It's down the first base line, and the first baseman comes in to put it in the glove for out number one. One down, one pitch, one down. Takes us to number 20, Dawson Smith, the first baseman. So both teams screaming out in the first inning with runs, as the first pitch to Dawson Smith will be low for a ball. Let's see what happens here in the second, if this is going to be fireworks all game long. As we have the pitch for strike one. So 1-1 on the count to the first baseman. Dawson Smith 1 for 1 with a run and an RBI. This one will be bounced out. Third baseman can't get it. The shortstop is there, and the throw is off. And Dawson Smith will reach. Great job by the first baseman, Matthew Reynolds, to try to hold that back leg, but he ended up having to spring off the bag to get to the ball. And that puts the runner on with one out. Sam Evenson, the designated hitter now, with one on and one out. Here's the pitch to Evenson, and it'll be outside on the plate for strike one. Cody Decker. Here's the pitch, and it's inside for ball one. Sam Evenson, a left-handed batter, 1 for 1 with a run in that first inning. Here's the 1-1, and we'll be upstairs for ball two. Brian Larson, our plate umpire from right here in Missoula, Montana. As of tomorrow, he will no longer be, or after tomorrow's games, I should clarify, he will no longer officiate baseball as we go outside for ball three on the left-handed batter. Retired from officiating basketball last year, and now has decided to hang up the umpire gear. Pitch on the way, and it'll be over the plate to give us a full count at 3-2. I was asking Brian before the game about his retirement. He said that his son is has taken over the Legion team in Wolf Point, Montana, which is in northeast Montana. As this one's going to be hit short, first baseman can't get to it. Dawson Smith around the corner. No, he puts the brakes on at second, and with one out, Montana with runners at first and second. So that puts Smith at first, Evenson at second, and we go to the catcher, Nick Nordstock, with one out. Back to Brian Larson, though. He was saying that his son has taken over the Legion team in Wolf Point, which is in northeastern Montana. And Wolf Point, at one point, had been a standout Legion team here in the state of Montana. They went to Class B last year and this year. Expected to go to Class A level next year, as this one's going to be bounced out, picked up by the shortstop. The throw to second, down the line to first, and he'll punch him out. So a double play will leave one runner on, and we have our first inning with a goose egg. We'll be back with the bottom of the second right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Mike's Print and Copy is your locally owned print shop. Whether it's custom letterhead or business cards, Mike and his friendly staff understand that your business is important to you and will make sure that your project is handled in a professional and timely manner. Drop into Mike's Print and Copy to have them take care of your printing needs. Stop by 1503 South Russell or give them a call today at 406-728-3363 to have Mike's Print and Copy take care of your printing needs. Mike's Print and Copy is a proud sponsor of high school sports in Missoula and the surrounding community.
Advertising on the web can be intimidating. Where do you start? What is the most effective way to reach the audience you are targeting? Milk Crate Media can help you reach your audience, whether it is social media marketing or creating a unique commercial for streaming or for radio advertising. Milk Crate Media can help you build a new website or rebuild your existing website that will bring users back again and again. Visit www.mcratemedia.com today. Milk Crate Media is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports in Missoula and the surrounding valley.
Welcome back to Allegiant Field at Ogren Park. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we go to the top of the second inning. Idaho leads Montana 7-6. Both teams throwing runs up in the first inning. Combined 13 runs between the two teams, 6 for Montana in the opening half frame. Idaho was 7 in their opening half frame. And then Montana went runless in the top of the second. So we go 7-6, and it is Smith, Harrison, and Reynolds on the schedule for Idaho as Carson Smith, the second baseman, heads to the plate. Atticus Bryant up on the bump for Montana. So Carson Smith settles in, left-handed batter, and the right-handed pitcher, Brian, with the pitch of the inning. And it'll come in low for ball one. Here's the pitch. Slides over the plate for strike one. It looked like Smith was going to go for it, but let it go by. Carson Smith is 1 for 1 on the game with a run and an RBI. Here's the pitch. Outside for ball two. Nick Nordstock keeping the balls in front of him today. Brian puts his right foot up on the rubber. And the pitch. And we'll get ball three. Riley Harrison in the on-deck circle for Idaho. Here's the 3-1 by Bryant. And that one's going to walk as it came across the chin for ball four. First walk of the game for Atticus Bryant as we go to Riley Harrison, the right fielder. 1 on, nobody out. Bottom of 2. Here's the pitch. Inside on the left-handed batter for ball one. Brian up on the, or Coach Benjamin up on the stairwell. Here's the 1-0, and we'll get ball 2. Brian Larson, our plate umpire, leaned in on that one to watch where it did come in, and wasn't enough to catch the plate. Here's the 2-0 by Brian. Swung on. This is going to bounce out. Second baseman will secure it to the shortstop. Down the line to first, and it's not in time, but the leadoff runner will be down on the fielder's choice. So it takes us to Matthew Reynolds, the first baseman, with 1 out and 1 on. Reynolds with a good play to secure the ball on a pop fly down the first base in the last half inning to get us an out. Brian now with the pitch. And this one's going to be over the shortstop's head. It's going to roll. Center fielder Zimmer will pick it up on the roll. And that's a runner at first and second off the line drive. And here comes Brian Benjamin. We saw Cole Miller warm up earlier. And he's going to come trotting out of the dugout. Ball handed over, and we'll have a fresh pitcher. We're going to step aside here in the bottom of the second for 90 seconds. We'll have a new pitcher warm up right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Locally owned Paradise Falls is a place for friends and family to enjoy breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. With a diverse menu and a fun atmosphere that includes nearly 30 TVs showing every sport imaginable, Paradise Falls is sure to have something for everyone.
Mike's Print and Copy is your locally owned print shop. Whether it's custom letterhead or business cards, Mike and his friendly staff understand that your business is important to you and will make sure that your project is handled in a professional and timely manner. Drop into Mike's Print and Copy to have them take care of your printing needs. Stop by 1503 South Russell or give them a call today at 406-728-3363 to have Mike's Print and Copy take care of your printing needs. Mike's Print and Copy is a proud sponsor of high school sports in Missoula and the surrounding community.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
Locally owned Paradise Falls is a place for friends and family to enjoy good food and good times. With a diverse menu and a fun atmosphere that includes nearly 30 TVs showing every sport imaginable, Paradise Falls is sure to have something for everyone.
Welcome back to MPSN, bottom of the second inning, where we have a pitching change for Billings. Cole Miller in on the bump for Montana. So Atticus Bryan, 1 1/3 innings, a walk, 6 runs earned, or 7 runs earned off of 8 hits, 44 pitches, 25 of which were over the plate. And we come to the designated hitter for Idaho, Cale Lefevre. So Lefevre stepping to the plate. He is 0 for 1. And the first pitch by Miller will be low and outside on the right-handed batter for ball 1. Got a cloudy sky this evening here in Missoula, making it a little bit humid. Pitch on the way, and we'll have ball 2. Two-0 on the count. Cole Miller coming in. And this one will be smacked. Jaden Kay, the throw to third, and the leadoff runner will be taken down for out number 2. Lefevre reaching off the fielder's choice. So that takes us to the third baseman, Isaiah Vega, with 2 down and runners at first and second for Montana. The pitch swung on. The check swing will send it into the 8th row in general seating down the first base line. We'll have strike 1. Vega, 1 for 1 with a run. Both teams stacking up the runs in the first inning as Miller will step off the rubber. Vega settles back in. 0-1 on the count. And the pitch by Miller will be even at 1 as it comes inside on the right-handed batter. So Cole Miller came in against Hawaii the first night. He'd pitch 1 inning, 3 hits, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts as we're upstairs for ball 2. Charlie Tettinger in the on-deck circle. So Miller now on the bump. 2 down. And this one's going to roll, and the shortstop can't get to it. Runner at second's around the corner at third. On his way home as the throw is made, but it will not be on target. It'll be off target. Nordstad can't get to it, and the runners will advance to second and third in Idaho with a run on the board to make it 8-6. Bottom of 2 with 2 outs. We go to the catcher now, Charlie Tettinger. Tettinger 1 for 1 with a run. Idaho up 8-6 here in the bottom of the second with 2 outs. Cole Miller with the pitch. Swung on. This one's popped up into center field. Zimmer says it's his, and he's got it. So 1 run earned, 1 left on, and we go to the top of the third. Idaho 8, Montana 6. You're listening to American Legion Baseball on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
Welcome back to MPS and Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Top of the third. Idaho leads Montana 8-6, and they bring Cody Decker back out. There was a pitcher warming up in the bullpen in the first inning as things got away from Idaho. Montana earning 6 runs, but since then, they've left Decker in, and he's pitched well. Bottom of the order for Montana, Carson Klumpian, the second baseman. So 7, 8, 9 scheduled on the inning. as Klumpian settles in. Decker with the pitch, and it's swung on for strike one. Klumpian 0 for 1. He would be the first out in the first inning. Here's the pitch, and this one swung on. Does have contact, but it'll be strike two as it rolls high above everybody's head. So the 1-1 by Decker now as he leans in. And the stretch. This one's foul down the first base line as it lands in the bullpen. And the batter will stay alive at 0-2. And they'll throw that one back in, as that one rolled out into right field on the foul tip. The pitch, this one's going to be down the line the same way, except for it'll land underneath the patio area, and we stay at 0-2. So in the top of the third, Decker with 54 pitches overall. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and we'll have a strikeout for the first out of the inning against Billings. Klumpian struck out swinging, and that's the first strikeout for Decker on the day. It's the first strikeout for either pitcher. Takes us to Connor Hunter, the left fielder. One down, nobody on, top of three. Here's the pitch. And we'll have ball one to Hunter. Cody Decker with the stretch. Upstairs. And we'll be at ball two. Connor Polkowski in the on-deck circle for Montana with one out, nobody on. Decker with the pitch. Swung on. This one's high and into center field. It'll be shallow. Center fielder puts it in the glove, and that's two down for Montana here in the top of the third. It's now Connor Polkowski. The third baseman. 2 up, 2 down. Decker and Idaho looking to make it 3. Here's the pitch. Swung on. This one's going to be popped down the first base line. First baseman's trying to get there, but it's going to be out of play. Lands in the third row. And we'll have strike one. That's what you want to see out of your pitcher. Decker struggling in the first inning, but since then he has come back and held strong. They did put a young man in the bullpen and had him warm up, and sometimes that's just the trick, folks, is just to get the pitcher to straighten out as this pitch is off the toe for ball one. Sometimes all that pitcher needs to see is the threat that he's going to be taken out. So even count at 1. Pitch on the way, and we'll get ball 2 to the third baseman. For Hunter, his first at-bat, he's 1 for 1 with an RBI, as this one will come in over the plate to get a strike 2. Polkowski hugging the plate a little bit, had to slide out of the way. Polkowski likes to get nice and tight on that box. The pitch swung on. This one's foul down the third base line, and we stay at 2-2. Brooks Zimmer in the on-deck circle for Montana with 2 outs and nobody on. Decker with the pitch. And the check swing will be fouled down the first base line into the Royals dugout to keep us at 2-2. Decker with a nod. And now the pitch. Swung on. This one's fouled off. And we keep it at 2-2. Royals fan down the first baseline. They brought a good group. Idaho right below me behind the plate. Here's the 2-2. And we'll have a full count. Decker taps his chest and says, "That's my fault." Taking ownership. Like to see that out of an athlete. The payoff. And the batter will be rung up to decide the side. So 3 up, 3 down for Montana. We go to the bottom of the third. Idaho leading 8-6. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Mike's Print and Copy is your locally owned print shop. Whether it's custom letterhead or business cards, Mike and his friendly staff understand that your business is important to you and will make sure that your project is handled in a professional and timely manner. Drop into Mike's Print and Copy to have them take care of your printing needs. Stop by 1503 South Russell or give them a call today at 406-728-3363 to have Mike's Print and Copy take care of your printing needs. Mike's Print and Copy is a proud sponsor of high school sports in Missoula and the surrounding community.
Welcome back to Missoula, Montana. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network, calling the 2018 Montana, or the Northwest Regional American Legion Tournament. It is Idaho up at the bottom of the third. They lead 8-6, and it's the bottom of the order, Jake Jablonski, the center fielder. So 9-1-2 scheduled on the inning. So Michael Moorhead.
Number 6, Connor Hunter.
So Hunter and Moorhead making changes.
Number 3, Blake Jablonski.
And Jablonski will let the first pitch go by for ball 1. And the pitch will slide over the plate for strike 1. Even on the count at 1. For Jablonski, he's 1 for 1 with an RBI. And this one will be into left field, high and shallow in the glove, and it's out number 1. We swing to the top of the order now. Not my fault you stood in front of the camera. So we go to Braxton Mills as we have one upstairs for ball 1. One of the Missoula Maverick parents, Kim Frazier, coming up to give me a hard time. Here's the 1-0 by Cole Miller. And this one is high and into center field, and it's in the right fielder's glove for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down.
Number 5, John Milner.
And we go to John Milner, the shortstop. Milner comes to the plate. 0 for 1, or 1-0. Scratch that. He's going to have this one to the third baseman, and either the third baseman or the shortstop can get a glove on it, and that puts a runner on. for Idaho. And they're going to credit that as an error, it looks like, instead of a hit to Montana. They say there's 4 errors credited to Montana. So, with 2 outs, runner's going to go to second, and no throw made. First pitch to Carson Smith is a ball. Smith 1 for 1, a run, an RBI, and a walk. Runners at first and second for, or runner at second, for Idaho. Left-handed batter and Carson Smith at the plate. The 1-0 by Cole Miller, and we get ball 2. We'll have Championship Sunday. First pitch at 1:30. The 2-0. And we'll have strike 1 thrown. Riley Harrison in the on-deck circle with 2 outs and a runner at second for Idaho. Bottom of 3. Here's the pitch by Miller. And we'll have ball 3. Carson Smith pitched last night. Well, that was Riley Harrison that pitched against Wyoming. He pitched against Washington as we get strike 2 to give us a full count to the second baseman. But on the mound against Washington, Smith would go 7 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs earned, 2-2 on the runs, 2 runs, both of them earned, as this one's popped up backwards to keep the batter alive at 3-2. 2 walks and 3 strikeouts in the 7 innings that he pitched. That would be a 3-2 win over Washington on Thursday night. So we come to the 3-2 with 2 outs and a runner at second. Montana trying to hold off and have a scoreless inning by Idaho as we get the walk. And that'll be the first one for Cole Miller. Cole Miller coming in 2/3 of the way through the second inning. As we come to the left-handed batter, Riley Harrison, the right fielder. And it'll be ball 1 to Harrison. Cole Miller brought in to take over for Atticus Bryan. Here's the pitch. Swung on. This one, the first baseman Smith will get to. The race to the bag, and there's nobody there. Runner at third falls down and gets back, and Idaho will get a runner on off the ground ball to the first baseman. So with 2 outs, we go to the first baseman, Matthew Reynolds, for Idaho. Cole Miller trying to work through here. The pitch. And will be low for ball 1. Ball 1-0. Cale Lefevre in the on-deck circle for Idaho. Runners and loaded bases. This one swung on. Kay will pick it up in the dirt at the shortstop. Throw from the knees, and the second baseman can't hold on to it. And Idaho will earn a run and keep the bases loaded with 2 outs.
Number 2, Gail Lefevre.
And that takes us to Cale Lefevre. Lefevre settles in, and this one's popped off. The ball will land on the top row of the seating down the first base line, and we'll have strike 1. Lights are on here at Allegiance Field. Pitch on the way by Miller, and this one's popped into center field. Brooks Zimmer is back there on the bike, pedals out, puts it in the glove, and that's the side. So 1 run earned, 3 left on, and we go to the top of the 4th. Idaho 9, Montana 6. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is Missoula's one-stop shop for all your hockey and lacrosse needs.
Check this out.
It may be warm outside, but you can still take care of your hockey fix in their 1/3 sized indoor rink.
Really? Wow, crazy.
Stop in to 1010 North Avenue West and see what they have in store for your hockey needs. On Missoula Prep Sports Network. Garden of Reedon has a large stock of books, gifts, music, toys, and more. Stop into Sacred Grounds for their full-service coffee bar featuring Missoula's best gourmet coffee. While you're there, pick up a pound of Garden of Reedon's award-winning fudge and get a half-pound for free. Garden of Reedon is Missoula's home for the best dietary supplement, Define 8. Garden of Reedon is located at 2621 Brook Street. Garden of Reedon is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to Missoula, Montana. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we are in the top of the 4th inning between Montana and Idaho. Idaho leading 9-6 over Montana, and it is the top of the order for Montana, Brooks Zimmer. Ironically, Montana and Idaho would have Little League teams that would play earlier today, and Idaho would get the win over Montana. The Montana representative for Little League World Northwest Regional Tournament, as Cody Decker is going to send one over the plate for strike 1 to Brooks Zimmer. But the Montana representative for the Little League Northwest is from Billings, as this one's popped up down the first base line, and the first baseman thinks he's got it, and he does, and that's 1 down.
Number 4, Jaden Kay.
We go to Jaden Kay, the shortstop now, with 1 out, nobody on. I think that's pretty cool that some of these boys that Montana's represented at both Northwest Regionals, at the Little League and the Legion level, as we have ball 1 to Kay. But Billings representing well at the baseball level as we get ball 2 now to Jaden Kay. Jaden Kay is 1 for 2 with a run and an RBI. Trying to look to see here if Kay's got a home run. He does not. Linewan's got 2 though. Here's the pitch, and the 3-0 will get us to strike 1 on the swing. Jarrett Linewan in the on-deck circle for Montana. And Kay will be walked to put a runner at first for Montana. And that's the second walk of the game for Decker. Cody Decker, 3 1/3 innings, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks, has hit a batter, allowed 6 runs off of 8 hits. So line one, first pitch will come in as a ball. 1 out, 1 on for Billings. Top of 4 on a 7-inning game. Idaho wins. It'll be a straight-up championship tomorrow between Idaho and Washington. If Idaho falls, well, then we take a look at it. As this one's going to roll into left field, and Billings will have runners at first and second with 1 out. That takes us to Dawson Smith, the first baseman. And Idaho now back to work in the bullpen down the third base line. They had their guys up in the first inning working them, but Decker made it through the inning, so they've been sitting on the bench there until just a moment ago when all 3 hopped up. And as we get back to Idaho's page, it's Ben Seymour as this goes to the shortstop, down the line to the first baseman, and the double play is turned to retire the side. So Billings load one up. They leave them there, and we go to the bottom of the 4th, 9-6 Idaho. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Stitches of Missoula is your resource for embroidery and screen printing. Give Stitches a call today at 406-529-2632 to speak with their super friendly staff and have them take care of your embroidery needs. From business logos to team jerseys, Stitches Embroidery can help you and your team look good. Check them out online at stitchesmontana.com to see their full line of silkscreen and embroidery options. Stitches is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we are in the bottom of the 4th inning. Idaho leading Montana 9-6. For Idaho, it's the bottom of their order. Vega, Tettinger, and Jablonski scheduled up with Isaiah Vega, the third baseman, leading it off. It's Cole Miller on the bump for Montana. And Miller with the first pitch of the inning. It's across the chest for ball 1. Isaiah Miller, 2 for 2 with a run and an RBI. He would be part of that spree in the first inning by Idaho. Both teams earning a combined 13 runs in the first inning. As we go even at 1 on the count. Charlie Tettinger in the on-deck circle. This one's foul down the third base line. Gets a strike 2. Hard to believe that the Legion baseball season is almost over, folks. It's been a fun summer. I've been with the Missoula Mavericks, the host team, all summer long as this one's knocked into left field. Left fielder is back there, but it's got leg. It's all the way to the warning track off the wall. Vega's around second. He's going to come around on his way to third as the throw is made, and diving into third, the third baseman will put a hit on the board for Idaho. That takes us to the catcher, Charlie Tettinger. Here's the pitch by Miller, and this one's going to be popped up into center field. Brooks Zimmer says, I've got it. It's shallow in center, and the runner at third is going to hold. And that's one down here in the bottom of the fourth. Takes us to the bottom of the order. The center fielder, Jake Jablonski. Missoula Mavericks, they're done for the year here locally, and most of the boys jumped right into football practice, came out of baseball, right into football as the first pitch to Jablonski will be over the plate for strike one. That's tough. Mavericks the host team, so their parents, volunteers for the tournament, working different aspects of the tournament. As this one comes right across the shoulder for ball two. But they were talking about their boys getting back into it, getting into football, making the transition. Makes it tough, but, you know, makes the boys even tougher. This pitch is just the same spot across the chin for ball two. So Jablonski, 1 for 2 with an RBI. Umpire Brian Larson says 2-1 on the count. And now the pitch. Swung on. This one will be fouled off. Even us out at 2 on the count. Leadoff man in the on-deck circle for Idaho with 1 out. Big number on the board to look at, though, folks, is the 5 errors by Montana. Here's the pitch. And that one's going to tag the batter in the shoulder. Runners at first and third with 1 out for Idaho. And that's the first time a Billings pitcher has tagged a batter. We go to the top of the order to Braxton Mills now for Idaho with 1 out and runners on the corners. Cole Miller on the bump with the pitch. Runner's going to go at second. The throw is made, and they'll have to throw home, and that one won't get the tag. Runner at third. They make the throw back to second, and that one will get it, and we stay at 1 out, and Idaho will add a run to make it 10-6 over Montana. And that's a tough spot. Runner at first goes to second. The throw to second from the pitcher, from the catcher. That gives the open light, the green light, I should say, for the runner at third coming down the line, and we play catch. Here's the pitch, and Mills is going to pop this one up. And Dawson Smith falls to the ground and still gets the catch for out number 2 on the pop out. Did you get that one on film, Coleman? And we go to John Milner. What a play by Dawson Smith. I've been amazed by that young man since last year when I watched him play against the Missoula Mavericks. He's special. So we go to John Milner, the shortstop, with 2 out and runners, a runner at second. And the pitch by Miller is outside for ball 1. Carson Smith in the on-deck circle for Idaho as Nordstog will head out and check in with Miller. Miller coming in a third of the way through the second inning, replacing Atticus Bryan. So we go 1-0 with 2 outs and a runner at second. 1 run earned already by Idaho. Here's the pitch. Swung on. This one's popped up into center field. Brooks Zimmer hops around, and he'll put it in the glove, and that's the side. So 1 run earned, 1 left on for Idaho when we go to the Top of the 5th, Idaho 10, Montana 6. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Mike's Print and Copy is your locally owned print shop. Whether it's custom letterhead or business cards, Mike and his friendly staff understand that your business is important to you and will make sure that your project is handled in a professional and timely manner. Drop into Mike's Print and Copy to have them take care of your printing needs. Stop by 1503 South Russell or give them a call today at 406-728-3363 to have Mike's Print and Copy take care of your printing needs. Mike's Print and Copy is a proud sponsor of high school sports in Missoula and the surrounding community.
Hockey Wolf.
Welcome back to Missoula, Montana. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we are in the top of the 5th inning between Montana and Idaho. Idaho leading 10-6. And it's the 5, 6, 7 batters on the schedule for Montana with a designated hitter, Sam Evenson, at the plate. Cody Decker on the hill for Idaho, and the first pitch of the inning is on its way. Outside for ball 1. For Evenson, 2 for 2 with a run. Decker running into trouble in the first inning, but has really been able to get himself out as this one's fouled back to get a strike 1. Since the first inning, Decker has averaged 4 batters on the inning. This one's at Decker. He can't get a glove on it. It'll roll all the way into center field, and Sam Evenson will find himself on base for the 3rd time today. Takes us to the catcher, Nick Nordstock. So Evenson at first now with no outs for Billings. And it's the first time they've been able to load a base runner up on the leadoff man since the first inning. Pitch comes in as a ball by Decker. We did see Ben Semmer as this one fouls off for strike 1 up over our heads. He's been up and down in the bullpen depending on what Decker has going on the bases. The 1-1 will result in a swing for strike 2. 1 on, no outs. Top of 5. Montana trying to get into it. Down 10-6. Nordstock swings. This one's going to roll. Shortstop gets a glove on it. The throw to second is overthrown. Evenson will head to third as the runner at first will hold up. And with no outs, Montana will have runners on the corners. And that's the first error of the game for Idaho. We go to Michael Moorhead now. Batting for Clumpian in the 7 spot. So Moorhead's first at bat. Moorhead settles in. And Moorhead's going to pop this one up. Second baseman calls for it, and neither the first or second baseman take it. The throw to second, and Nordstock will be out. He was supposed to run in the dropped ball, and that'll be out number 1. They throw to second. Moorhead comes back down the line. Leo. And that's going to bring Connor Polkowski up. And Eric Smitschker comes out to speak with our umpire-in-chief to see what's going on. Actually, no, that's down the first baseline. So that's Randy Sutton. So a little bit of confusion here as Benjamin waits on the edge of the line to see what the result is. It's 1 out regardless of the situation. And we go to, well, now the umpires will get together. Leo and Max come over to the first base judge. Evenson's at third. And there's 1 out on the board. For some reason, Nordstog is still at first. I would imagine Nordstog would be the 1 out. Unless the ball was caught, and I was confused over there, but they ended up making the throw to second on the tag on the bag. Regardless, though, we go to Connor Hunter. And the first pitch to Hunter will be over the plate for strike 1. And Coleman going to explain it to me as I'm confused. Oh, infield fly rule. Okay. Here's the pitch, and that one's in the dirt for ball 1. So 1 out on the board with runners on the corners for Billings. And a swing and a miss for strike 2. Connor Polkowski in the on-deck circle for Billings, so the bottom of the order awaits. Here's the 1-2. Swung on. This will be fouled off and will keep the second baseman alive. And Brian Larson signaling he would like a restock. So 1 down. Here's the pitch, and will be struck out for out number 2. Connor Hunter struck out looking. That'll be the 3rd strikeout of the game for Decker. Takes us to the bottom of the order to the 3rd baseman, Connor Polkowski. Runners on the corners with 2 outs for Billings. Decker at 90 pitches as it goes in the dirt for ball 1 to Polkowski. Polkowski is 1 for 2 with an RBI. Clouds kind of forming in here. Kind of a cool little shine through on the sun. As the check swing, they're going to say strike 1 for Polkowski. Now for Polkowski last night against Alaska, he would go 0 for 2 with 2 runs and an RBI. This one's upstairs for ball 2. Leadoff man stands in the on-deck circle with 2 outs for Billings. Evenson at 3rd and Nordstog at 1st. And we're back upstairs for ball 3. Down to the final teams. Championship game tomorrow. Idaho wins. It'll be straight up between Idaho and Washington as this pitch comes in low to walk the batter, and it loads the bases up for Montana. Swings us to the top of the order for Montana to Brooks Zimmer with 2 outs. Here's the pitch, and Decker will put that one outside on the right-handed batter for ball 1. For Brooks Zimmer, he is 1 for 3 with a run and an RBI. The pitch, and we'll get to ball 2. So loaded bases for Billings here in the top of the 5th. They're looking to see if they can put something together, down 10-6. And we'll have a pitch over the plate for strike 1. So 2-1 on the count now to Zimmer with Jaden Kay in the on-deck circle. Runners step away from their bags. And the pitch. This one's fouled backwards. Evens us out at 2 on the count. Brooks Zimmer, pitcher for Montana, as he would pitch against Washington on Thursday night. 4 innings, 11 hits, 7 runs, all 7 of them earned, and we'll have a strikeout to finish the side. So Montana loads the bases up, but they can't get them to move, and we go to the bottom of the 5th. Idaho holding on 10-6. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton. Coleman Caton is our cameraman for today. If you want to get a hold of Coleman, well, send us a shout out at MPSN 406 on Twitter. Coleman got MPSN 406, yes. Coleman scared for a moment there, thought I was going to be giving out his phone number. I can do that if he'd like. But we're on Facebook and Twitter. You can check us out, send Coleman a message, and let us know where you're listening or watching the game from. We go to the bottom of the 5th with Carson Smith, the second baseman, leading off for Idaho. Idaho leads 10-6. It's Cole Miller on the bump. And Idaho puts the runner or the pitcher back up on the bump to get him warm, and the first pitch of the bottom of the 5th will be a ball. So it's Smith, Harrison, and Reynolds scheduled on the inning. Idaho leading 10-6. That pitch will slide over the plate for strike 1. 1-1 on the count for the leadoff man on the inning. The pitch. swung on, and this one's going to line drive into left, and a good job by the left fielder, Michael Moorhead, to get that one in the glove. 1 down. Takes us to Riley Harrison. Harrison is going to pop this one up into center field. Brooks Zimmer has got to find it. It's over his head, and he'll put it in the glove over the shoulder for out number 2. So it takes us to Matthew Reynolds with 2 down and nobody on in the bottom of the 5th. Montana looking to not allow a run for the first time in the game. They allowed 7 in the first, 1 in the second, third, and fourth. This one's going to be rolled out and on the bounce. Kay will make the throw to first. It's on target, and we'll have 1, 2, 3 for Idaho here in the bottom of the 5th. We go to the top of the 6th. 10-6 Montana trying to get back. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Have you checked out the Garden of Eden video of the week at MPSN406.com? Do you have a sweet video of your sports athlete? Did you experience a sports-altering moment or something at a sporting event that wowed the crowd? Go to our homepage at www.mpsn406.com and click on the Contact Us tab at the bottom of the homepage and email us the video. Yours just might go viral. NPSN.com, Missoula's home for Missoula's prep sports heroes.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
Welcome back to MPSN as we go to the top of the 6th inning with Idaho leading Montana 10-6. And we've got a new pitcher on the mound for Idaho. It's number 21, Ben Semier.
Your attention, please. For Idaho, now pitching. Number 21, Ben Similar. Number 4, Jaden Kay.
We go to Jaden Kay for Montana now as the PA announcer announced the new pitcher. So Jaden Kay, the 2, 3, 4 batter scheduled on the inning. And Kay settles in. Jaden Kay is 1 for 2 with a walk. He's got a run and an RBI. Here's the first pitch from Semier. And it's going to be a ball. Here's the pitch. And we're outside on the right-handed batter for ball 2. Jaden Kay has been successful last night. Not that he's not successful right now, but Jaden Kay 0 for 2 with a run and 2 RBIs as we get ball 3 from the fresh pitcher. Jarrett Linewand in the on-deck circle with Dawson Smith in the hole. And we'll have a walk to start the inning for Montana. And that's the second inning in a row. Montana's been able to put a runner on at first, and Alex Neelybeck in the bullpen for Idaho now. And before Idaho faces Linewand, we'll have a visit to the mound. as the first 4 pitches were balls for the new pitcher. Quick conference. And we get back into the action. So Alex Neelybeck warming up for Idaho. Runner at first for Montana, no outs, and the first pitch to Linewan will be a ball. Jarrett Linewan is 1 for 2 with a run. He was hit by a pitch his first at bat. Here's the 1-0. And that one's off the toe of the catcher. That gives Kay the opportunity to make his way to second. And we'll have ball 2. Dawson Smith in the on-deck circle for Billings. They're trying to get back into it. They're down 10-6. They took the lead in the first half of the first inning, 6-0, but Idaho came back in the bottom of the first inning with 7 runs, and Idaho's had the lead ever since. Here's the 2-0, and that one's across the chin for ball 2, ball 3. And that'll bring the third baseman over to check in with Semir. Here's the 3-0. And that one's going to tag the batter. And Brian Larson's going to come out in front of line one. The last pitch that came across for the ball was tight and inside, and line one had a look to the pitcher, and Larson holds him up. So back-to-back walks, 8 pitches, 8 balls, and it's handed over. So we're going to see a very quick pitching change with no outs and runners at first and second. We'll go ahead and step aside. When we come back, we'll have a new pitcher on the mound. You're listening to American Legion Baseball on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Locally owned Paradise Falls is a place for friends and family to enjoy breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. With a diverse menu and a fun atmosphere that includes nearly 30 TVs showing every sport imaginable, Paradise Falls is sure to have something for everyone.
Mike's Print and Copy is your locally owned print shop. Whether it's custom letterhead or business cards, Mike and his friendly staff understand that your business is important to you and will make sure that your project is handled in a professional and timely manner. Drop into Mike's Print and Copy to have them take care of your printing needs. Stop by 1503 South Russell or give them a call today at 406-728-3363 to have Mike's Print and Copy take care of your printing needs. Mike's Print and Copy is a proud sponsor of high school sports in Missoula and the surrounding community.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
Locally owned Paradise Falls is a place for friends and family to enjoy good food and good times. With a diverse menu and a fun atmosphere that includes nearly 30 TVs showing every sport imaginable, Paradise Falls is sure to have something for everyone.
Welcome back to Allegiance Field at Ogren Park as Alex Neelybeck is on the bump now. Runners at first and second for Montana. And Dawson Smith, the first baseman, at the plate. So Ben Semir, 8 pitches, all 8 balls, and that's what brought out the change. First pitch to Smith is a strike. Dawson Smith 2 for 3 with a run and an RBI. Here's the 0-1 by Neelybeck. And we'll have ball 1. Lights are on. Sun has made its way over the horizon. We're approaching the 2-hour mark, 1 hour and 50 minutes on the game in the top of the 6th. Billings trying to go to work. They've got runners at first and second with no outs. Here's the pitch. And we'll have ball 2. And Idaho putting another man in the pen, and that's Henry Guth. The pitch. And we'll have ball 3. .51 miles an hour. That one came in as it floated by. We do have a gun here. It's located in the main press box. Here's the 3-1. Swung on. This one's going to roll out. Picked up by the shortstop. The toss to second. Down the line to first. And the double play is turned to clear 2 of the 3 runners off the bases. And there's 2 outs. So the grounder to the shortstop clears the runners off the bases. 2 outs. And we've got Jaden Kay at third. Well, it clears off 2 of the 3 runners, I should say. And Sam Evenson, the designated hitter, comes to the plate. Evenson, 3 for 3 with a run. Jaden Kay at third, steps away. Evenson, the left-handed batter, settles in. And the Neil Beck pitch. It's going to be a dirt inside. Kay will hold at third, and we'll have ball 1. So very quickly, Billings looking like they were going to get something going. And the swing of the bat brings up a double play. That's how it goes in baseball, folks. It's all about the way the ball bounces. So we get a 1-0 to Evenson. And he'll swing for strike 1, and Evenson was putting a lot on that pole. Kay at third for Billings. 2 outs and the pitch, and we'll come in to ball 1 as Evenson pulled his foot out of the way on that one. Nick Nordstock in the on-deck circle with 2 outs and a runner at third for Billings. Here's the 2-1. Swung on, and this one's popped up. It's back up over the third base dugout. Lands on the top deck, and we'll have an even count at 2. 2-2 to Evenson. Evenson has been the designated hitter throughout the tournament. I think he was even the DH last week at the AA tournament. Here's the 2-2. Left-handed batter will knock it down. It'll be to the second baseman. The throw to first is on target, and that's the side. So Montana loads it up, but are not able to capitalize. 1 left on, and we go to the bottom of the 6th. Idaho 10, Montana 6. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Have you checked out the Garden of Eden video of the week at MPSN406.com? Do you have a sweet video of your sports athlete? Did you experience a sports-altering moment or something at a sporting event that wowed the crowd? Go to our homepage at www.mpsn406.com and click on the Contact Us tab at the bottom of the homepage and email us the video. Yours just might go viral. NPSN.com, Missoula's home for Missoula's prep sports heroes.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton at Allegiance Field in Ogren Park as we go to the bottom of the second inning between Montana and Idaho. Idaho owning the scoreboard 10-6. Cole Miller on the bump for Montana. And it is the designated hitter, Cale Lefevre, for Idaho. Miller with the first pitch of the inning. And it's going to be high for ball one. For Lefevre, he is 0 for 3 with an RBI. Reached off a fielder's choice, his second at bat. Here's the pitch. This one's into right field. It's back and in the glove. No, it bounces out. Lefevre around second on his way to third as the throw is made. And Lefevre stands up at third and claps to the third base dugout, which is Idaho, to get them going. And the right fielder, Jarrett Linewan, not able to hold on to that one as it was at the warning track. Big triple by Lefevre. So we go to Isaiah Vega. As John Milner warms up in the bullpen. This one's going to be smacked into left field. That'll bring the runner home, Lefevre from third. And Idaho adds to their ante, 11-6. We go to the catcher now, Charlie Tittinger. And here comes Bodies out of the dugout down the first base line. Throw to first. Idaho trying to get the straight out win so they are undefeated on the tournament and go to the championship game tomorrow. And it looks like Ethan Ope. Nope, Ope is going to be the guard, and it's Sam Evenson warming up in the pen. So Cole Miller now with the pitch to Charlie Tittinger with a runner on and no outs. This one's going to be down the line. Dawson Smith gets a glove on it. The throw to second is high, but the throw to first, there's nobody there, but Cole Miller saves it before it goes away, and they get the tag on the overrun for 2 outs. And the bases are cleared just like that by some good defense by Billings. Takes us to the bottom of the order to Blake Jablonski. Here's the Miller pitch, and it's upstairs for ball one. The pitch, and Jablonski will let it go by for strike one. So even count at 1. For Jablonski. Jablonski, 1 for 2 with an RBI. Was hit by a pitch, and we get ball 2. So Sam Evenson, the designated hitter in the bullpen. This one's reached for. It's a line drive into right field on the hop, and Idaho will have a runner at first with 2 outs. And this is how they go to work, folks.
Number 1, Braxton Mills.
We swing to the top of the order for Idaho to Braxton Mills with 2 out and 1 on. And we've got a flyover by Lifelight. Here's the pitch by Miller. Runner's going to go at first, and this one's popped into right field. It's in the glove, and that's the side. So one left on for Idaho. We go to the top of the 7th, where Montana will try to earn runs to avoid being done on the tournament. You're listening to American Legion Baseball on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is Missoula's one-stop shop for your hockey and lacrosse needs. Check this out. Maybe one outside, you can take your hockey.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network, as we are in the top of the 7th inning, where it is all or nothing for Montana. They're down 11-6. Montana earning 6 runs in the first inning, and they've been goose-egged since. It's Alex Neilbeck, and the first pitch to Nordstog will be swung on for strike 1. So it's Nick Nordstog, the catcher, to start things off for Montana, with Michael Moorhead in the on-deck circle. Here's the pitch by Neilbeck, and will be over the outside of the plate on the right-handed batter for strike 2. Idaho comes away with the win. They will be undefeated on the tournament and face Washington for the championship tomorrow. Here's the 0-2. Swung on. This one's going to be bounced out, picked up by the shortstop. The throw to first is on target, and there's one down here in the top of the 7th. So it takes us to Michael Moorhead, the left fielder. Moorhead 0 for 1 since he came in for Carson Klumpian. And here's the first pitch to Moorhead. It's over the plate for strike 1. Alex Neilbeck coming in and saying, "I've got this, boys. Let's put him away." Here's the 0-1. And we're over the outside of the plate for strike 2. Connor Hunter in the on-deck circle for Montana. The pitch. And we'll have ball 1. Idaho fans thinking that was going to be a strike as they brought up the cheer. But Moorhead will stay alive at 1-2. All it takes is the swing of the bat to start things off. Here's the pitch. And he reaches for it. That one's going to roll into the dugout down the first base line, and we'll have the count stay at 1-2. Moorhead, first opportunity at bat, was a pop out to second as this pitch comes in low to give us an even count at 2. The pitch. And we'll have a strikeout for out number 2. Takes us to Connor Hunter, the second baseman for Montana. The pitch, and Hunter will let it go by for ball 1. For Connor Hunter, he is 1 for 3 with an RBI. reached his first at-bat on a single. Here's the pitch. Swung on. This one's into center field. Center fielder will come up. It's going to hop in front of the center fielder, and Billings will have a runner at first with 2 outs in the top of the 7th, down 10-6.
Number 13, Connor Polkowski.
So we go to Connor Polkowski. Bottom of the order, Polkowski, the third baseman, settles in. He's 1 for 2 with a walk and an RBI. He was walked his last at bat, as this one's going to be hit right at the second baseman. He'll pick it up. The race to the bag is won, and Idaho is undefeated on the tournament and will face Washington tomorrow at 1:30. So Idaho undefeated on the tournament, the only team to do so. 1:30. Idaho and Washington. If there needs to be, if Idaho falls in that one, we'll have a second game at 4, just to let you know. So looking at things here, Montana getting their 6 runs off 11 hits. There were 5 errors and 8 left on base for Idaho. It was 11 runs off of 15 hits and 1 error, 7 left on board. So Idaho and Washington will play in the championship game tomorrow at 1:30. Have a good night, folks. We will talk to you tomorrow at 1:30.
Thank you for tuning in to this presentation of Missoula Sports.
What a rush!
MPSN's coverage of Missoula Sports is proudly powered by Fuel Fitness.
Always, always, always.
Tune in next time when the Missoula Prep Sports Network has coverage of your local sports heroes.
Well,